Today we're going to go over how to make a Google Sheet. So I'm on Google site here, so I'm going to go to my apps, and I'm going to go to my Google Drive. Now I have a lot of stuff in my drive, so you won't see as much stuff, but I'm going to go to my Math 6 course because you're in Math 6. So you should have your math course you're going to go into, and then I'm going to go to New, and I want a Google Sheet. First thing I want to do when I get into my Google Sheets is title my sheet. And what we're going to do is make a checking register. Sometimes you hear it as a checking registrar. And so we got to first design this of how we want. So first I'm going to have my dates, and then transaction. And I'm going to have a column for credits, a column for debit, and a column for my balance. So I'm going to say we start February 1st. So I'm going to put my date 2/1/16, and my transaction, I'm not going to have a transaction here because I just want my initial balance. So I'm just going to leave that blank. I don't have any credits. I don't have any debits. I just have a balance from January of 125.38. Next, I'm going to go to my date again, and I'm going to start working on all the things that happened that month within my checking account. So let's say on the 3rd, I went and bought gas. So my transaction, their name is gas. That is a credit, meaning I spent money. And we'll get to balance here in a minute. So just leave that blank. In credit and debit, you either need a value or a zero. Alright, so I got my gas, and then let's say the next day I went and bought groceries, and that cost me $54.72. Again, zero for my debit there. And then a few days later, let's say it's 2/8/16, I got a paycheck, so I'm going to have a deposit. And here's where you put zero in the credit and the deposit amount. And we'll say I got paid $225.45. So remember, credits are all the things that make your balance go down. Your debits are everything that makes your balance go up. And then let's say on the 11th, I had to pay my cell phone bill, and that was $75.36. And after I paid my cell phone bill, I decided I wanted to buy a new Xbox. And here's where we need to see our balance. So let's go ahead and work on balance now, and then we'll move on to what I'm going to do next. Alright, so to get our balance, we want the sheet to do the work for us. So we're going to put in a formula here. So a formula always starts with the equal sign. And then we're going to take our previous balance. So you're going to click on that cell. So in my case, it's E3. Or, yeah, E2, actually, sorry. So I put E2, and I'm going to subtract whatever my credit is for that row. And I'm going to add my debit. So I'm going to click on D3 there. So your formula there should be equals E2, and you just get the E2 by clicking on it, minus, and then click on C3, and then put the plus, and then click on D3. And you'll notice it gives me my new balance. Now, you don't have to sit there and do that every single time. Nice feature about working in a sheet, I can copy that formula and then paste it, and it'll calculate it for me. So, like I said, now I want to buy something from Amazon, and I want to buy a new Xbox. And it costs more than $188.60 because that's all I have in my account right now. So I need to transfer some money. So let's say on 2/12/16, I transfer money from my savings account. So my transaction is transfer from savings. I got 0 for my credit because I'm adding money, and I'm going to transfer $200. Okay, so now I got $388.60. So now I give it a day, make sure my transfer goes through. So the next day, on 2/13, I go on to Amazon and I buy my new Xbox. And let's say that's $271.01. I bought a used one, open box one. And my debit is 0 there. So you can see, since I already copy and paste that, my balance is already calculated. So I have $117.59 left in my checking account. Alright, so let's say on the 18th, I get another, I make some money, and so I'm going to do another deposit, and this time it's another debit, so I'm going to have $150 is what I made for that deposit. So now I'm up to 267. Well, now that I'm back over my $200, I want to put that money back into savings because I just took it out for a few days to make sure I had enough to cover my purchase on Amazon. So on 2/20, I'm going to transfer to savings. I'm going to transfer that $200 back, so that's going to be a credit. And then end of the month before I get paid again, so let's say it's the 25th, I decide I still got a little bit of money left. Let's go to the movies. And I'm going to spend $32.18. So I got my balance there. My final balance is $35.41. So I started with $125.38, and I'm only ending the month with $35.41. Now, you'll also notice that none of these really look like money. So let's format these cells to look like money. So I'm going to click on my C there. That highlights the whole thing. Right. Nope, can't do that. I'm going to highlight the columns in C because I don't want the credit there. So I'm going to go up to Format, Number, and I want this to be money. So we're going to go down here to Currency and change it to currency. Notice it puts all my dollar signs and my decimals and my zeros there. So I'm going to do the same thing, highlight everything under the word debit, go up to Format, go to Number, and change it to currency. Do one more time. I'm going to go to my balance, highlight everything under balance, go to Format, Number, Currency. So now it looks like it's money, and that's how you do a checking register.